The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout moun haïtien, komo ye. God save the Queen. Freedom!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and of course, I'm a member of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. It is a sad day on the island of Grand Bahama. I've just received a news alert that there has been a major explosion in the kitchen at the government's own Rand Memorial Hospital, and at the hospital, according to Negro sources on the island of Grand Bahama, is on fire. There's a major rescue effort taking place, according to a Negro lady who is a frequent listener to Freedom March. We are told that emergency personnel are now transporting or taking patients from the burning hospital over to the Anglican Church. Well, they give me the information. I have it here somewhere. But that they are taking them over to the Anglican Church Center. So there's a major fire taking place on the island of Grand Bahama at the government's own Rand Memorial Hospital. Although I believe the Negro lady who contacted me minutes before I came on the show, I have been able to confirm at one of the highest level of the government of the Bahamas that there is actually a fire taking place. So I call on my people, the people of Grand Bahama, please stay out of the way of the emergency personnel, and of course, what other information you may gather, including photographs, you can email them to me, rodneymonker@gmail.com, or you can tag me with the photographs on my Facebook page, Rodney Monker. So it's breaking news taking place on the island of Grand Bahama, according to eyewitnesses and according to a senior government official at perhaps one of the highest level of the Bahamas government. I have been able to confirm that there is a fire in Grand Bahama. My spiritual advisor, wherever you are, this is one day that I hope that you would return, or should I say that you would come to work, because we need prayer for the nation. So that is a sad thing that we are learning taking place on the island of Grand Bahama. So if you're living outside of that island, contact your family to make sure that they are safe, okay? But stay out of the immediate area. So it is breaking news here on Freedom March that a major explosion took place today at the Rand Memorial Hospital in the kitchen, and a major rescue effort is taking place An eyewitness reported that it's on fire. I'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and I'm also a member of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. When we commenced the show this afternoon, I reported a news alert. According to Negro sources on the island of Grand Bahama, and I have subsequently confirmed here in Nassau at perhaps one of the highest level of the Bahamas government, that there is a fire taking place. And according to our sources on the island of Grand Bahama, the fire started in the kitchen when there was an explosion. And we have been advised that there has been a major evacuation of the hospital. And that evacuation would have included patients and staff. And we are further advised that the patients were taken to Christ the King Anglican Auditorium. So that is what we are learning. And I want to repeat that emergency personnel are on the scene, carrying out the rescue efforts and attempting to out the fire. So residents of Grand Bahama should really stay out of that immediate area so as not to hamper or interfere with the rescue efforts. So that is the breaking news. And of course, for me, that is extremely sad, taking into consideration the hard time, the economic problems, the major unemployment taking place on that island, and the fact that among my people, the Negro people who are living on that island, they have no money. So it's sad, and it is my hope and prayer that the emergency personnel who are attempting to end the fire would be very successful so as to prevent, what I would want to call massive destruction of that hospital. So we have confirmed it, and I want to thank my source, one of the women them. And that is what I need all the people of Grand Bahama, and particularly around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. You are to be my eyes and my ear. And whenever something is taking place, you are to let me know. Because a part of national services is to keep people informed of what is taking place in the country. So I thank the woman them who have provided me with the information. There is more breaking news taking place here on the island of New Providence. You would recall that the former chairman of the Public Hospital Authority, Frank Smith, was brought before a magistrate yesterday afternoon. And because of inefficiency, they did not have his charge sheet ready. Now, I want to teach my people something. One of the first signs of corruption is inefficiency. Anytime you find a state apparatus, the state institution, inefficient, that is the tell sign that corruption is somewhere around. Remember that. And why is that important? Because these are extremely bright people. The Attorney General, Carl Bettel, as you are aware, physically, he's bright. If you look at him physically, he's bright. And when you listen to him, You know that he's an educated man. Now, when you see educated people doing foolishness, making errors that they ought not to make, you must become suspicious and you must do what I have been taught to do. You have to ask yourself, why would an attorney general who went to London and is London trained and who, under the Progressive Liberal Party, demonstrated his brilliance, that Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie elevated him to a high echelon where he now sat or sits with the QCs. Christie obviously would not have named him a QC if he was not confident of his qualification. So we know, based on the record, based on his education, that Carl Bettel is highly educated. So why did they make that error? You see, when educated people, listen one more time, when intelligent people are doing nonsense, you must ask yourself, what game are they up to? And Carl, I have a fax machine, and I don't play, and I really don't want to fax you up, but I'm prepared to fax you up. I just want the people them to know, goodness of mercy, keep the camera on me because I miss and cause the photograph to fall. So let me read to you a brief summary of the charges which were levied against Frank Smith. And so it goes like this. Frank Smith appeared in court this morning charged with 1 count of bribery, 1 attempted extortion, and 13 counts of extortion, according to court documents. It is alleged that in his capacity as a public servant, he solicited $5,000 per month from Barbara Hanna in procurement of a contract with the Public Hospital Authority. Mr. Smith denied the allegations and will return to Magistrate Court on August 18 for a status hearing. He was remanded in custody but had the right to apply for bail in the Supreme Court. And so we understand that he was granted bail in the sum of $50,000. So that is what has happened to Frank Smith. And we advise that currently he has been released. So that is what we want to talk about. But praise the Lord, the PLP have heard the cries of the people them to once again walk on that rocky Burma Road. And last night, the National General Council of the oldest party in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the Progressive Liberal Party, met. And my favorite chairman of the party, Bradley Roberts, has called the party and the nation to civil disobedience. He has called us, the people them, and the supporters and members of the Progressive Liberal Party to prepare. And so I want to be the first one to let Bradley know. Bradley Roberts, the chairman. Mr. Chairman, I have on my gold shirt. And I want you to know that this afternoon, delivered to my house, was a brand new tennis. Come straight from Miami. So I have my marching tennis, and I'm ready. And I have my PLP flag. I have my flag, and I'm ready. Because the judiciary is being abused. And we must stop the executive branch from interfering with the judicial branch. And how do I allege that they have interfered with the judiciary? The judiciary must be respected at all times. And if you're not ready to present a charge, you have to be respectful. This ain't no kangaroo court. This is a court that is independent, which has been demonstrated this afternoon by one of the judges of the Supreme Court, entertaining the application, hearing the arguments, and accordingly allowing justice to flow like a mighty river. And the court, looking at the charges and the character of the accused, recognizes that he's not a threat. He's not a flight risk. So the court has exercised fairness by giving him bail. And isn't that wonderful? He has bail, which helps to restore, for me, as a Negro citizen, confidence in the rule of law. I thank God that I'm still living in a country where the court cannot be intimidated by the FNM. And that is why those of us who cherish the democracy must take the FNM on with peaceful marches and demonstration. And I have on my shirt, and I'm ready to march peacefully. I'm a justice of the peace, and I encourage Bahamians to join the march, because justice is being mishandled by the FNM. So I'm going to look at what Bradley Roberts had to say. It's powerful. And I do love the headline of the Bahama Journal. It's a powerful headline. And I call on my people to start buying the Bahama Journal until I tell y'all to stop. Because right now, Wendell Jones looked to me like he has repented and he's safe. This is powerful. And so what does the headline say? Abuse of state power. You ain't got the camera on this? Hello? See, some of the people in here, I suspect they're F&M. Y'all have the camera on this? The people them can see this. Okay. This is good. And so the story goes like this. And it is written by a Negro female by the name of DeAndrea Williamson. The political witch hunts continue. Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Bradley Roberts wants all PLP supporters to take a stand against this corruption and abuse of state power. My God, ain't much Bradley asking for. All he wants is the PLP supporters in the country to take a stand against the corruption and abuse of state power. That ain't plenty that he's asking for. We can take a stand because we want the state to stop what they're doing. Now I want the PLP to know that this is no longer a witch hunt. See, I'm an F&M, and I know I'm entitled to some of the party's secret because I have people in the F&M who is displeased, and they've told me that the F&M has moved from witch hunt. And it's so amusing. Goodness me, it's amusing. They say they're not witch hunting. They have identified the witches. It's just amazing. When the F&M told me that, I said, man, this is hilarious. So they have identified. And every person who has served in Perry Gladstone Christie cabinet, get ready, because you're about to do the Nassau Street shuffle. And they ain't concerned about whether or not they win the case, you know. They're not. All they want to do is to satisfy the lust of their supporters for revenge. They want a pound of political flesh. But I say you can have your pound of political flesh as long as there is no bleeding. And it's as simple as that. So Bradley Roberts has called on the country to rise up. Tout le monde haïtien, la nuit passée, chairman responsable pour PLP. Il give un meeting. Il mandate tout monde, tout peuple moyen pour camper, pour marche. Parce que FNM pas bon. FNM gagne un pile piché. Il gagne piché, il pas garder sous piché li. Il dit, PLP gagne un pile piché. Bible a dit, tout peuple gagne piché. And so, that is what is taking place here in the Bahamas. A fire in F&M country, Rand Memorial Hospital. Here in Nassau, Frank Smith taken before the court. And according to an attorney that I will call a forensic attorney, he says that the Attorney General has established a new law, a new regularity. And I accept what he says. He says an examination of the charge sheet does not show the name of the complainant, Barbara Hanna, nor the identity of any of the witnesses. It is a very strange thing. Because let us not forget that Frank Smith was invited to CDU so that him and the complainant, Barbara Hanna, would confront each other. But Barbara didn't show up. Either Barbara didn't show up or the F&M run a new game. Barbara didn't show up. They think they can hide things from me. They can't hide nothing from me because all the police them. For the last 30 years, I used to march them out of school. I'm 60. And we know what is going on. And if Menace don't stop that, he's going to split the police force. I don't want to call or politicize the police force, but if he doesn't stop it, I'm going to call on the police who support the PLP to stand with the party. We don't want to do that, but stop it. Stop the witch hunt and stop identifying PLPs as witches, or I shall identify y'all as a bunch of son of a booyaka. Booyaka! It's time to march. It's time to march. I got more things because Algernon Allen is on my mind. And I got to look at what Algernon say, because Algernon has never seen this kind of gangsterism in the history of the modern Bahamas. This is Freedom March. The PLP is We March Too.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. And my name is Rodney Monker, and in studio with me, my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you, Mr. Monker.
My spiritual advisor, while you were on your way to studio, I received intelligence from the nation's second city, Freeport, Grand Bahama, that the Rand Memorial Hospital had an explosion in the kitchen.
Okay.
There were emergency personnel on the scene and a major rescue effort to move patients to Christ the King Anglican Church auditorium.
Okay. Okay.
It appears that the authorities is getting things under control.
Nobody's hurt, eh? Nobody injured?
At the moment, I don't have any information
on
of that.
Okay.
And Frank Smith was formally charged and subsequently received bail
Okay.
from a judge of the Supreme Court.
Okay.
If we ever needed prayer before, my spiritual advisor, we sure do need it now. Will you
Absolutely,
offer a
absolutely.
prayer for the nation and the people
Of the Bahamas,
of
eh?
Grand Bahama?
Oh, Grand Bahama. Absolutely.
Because, you know, these are hard economic times, notwithstanding that they have 5 representatives. They wouldn't call their MP. They keep calling me. And listen, I'm honored that you all are calling me. And I'm flattered that you are calling me. But call your MP!
But I'm understanding, Mr. Monka, that apparently a lot of the MPs have changed their numbers. I don't know if it's changed or
Well, pray first.
the.
Pray
Okay,
first.
okay,
And
let's-
then we'll talk about them afterward.
All right, no problem.
Go ahead.
Let us pray. Father in heaven, we are so thankful to you for another beautiful day in the Bahamas, Father. We approach your throne of grace, asking you to have mercy on us, Father. For all of us have sinned at some point and fallen short of your glory. For this country, the Bahamas, we pray that you will continue to bless and keep us, Father, in these times that we're going through. Father in heaven, for our second city, the nation of Freeport, who have experienced a very unfortunate incident at the Rand Memorial Hospital, Father, we pray for the safe delivery of all those concerns, patients especially, and staff members, Father. Give them the energy and effort to deal with the situation in Freeport, Father. Father, we pray that you will continue to look down upon us. We have so many issues in this country, dear God. And Father, we pray that whatever it is that we're going through in this country, that the spirit of love, the love of Jesus Christ, may permeate the hearts of our ruling government to govern the country in a manner that is pleasing to you, first of all, Father in heaven, and then for the benefit of all of us who are Bahamians, Father. Guide them. Father, your word declares that we are supposed to pray for the governing authorities there, Father, that they may lead peaceful lives, Father, for this pleases you, our God in heaven. Father, and for this show, Freedom March, we thank you so much for ILTV Studios and the media, and of course, Mr. Rodney Monka, who leads Freedom March. Father, guide him and protect him, Father. Father, may he say words of encouragement that would keep and uplift the whole of the Bahamas. Father, guide our thoughts. God, our speech. And Father, as the weekend approaches, Father, we pray that you would keep us safe the entire weekend. These favors and blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen. And
Amen. I thank
Absolutely.
you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, there are so many things taking place in the country. Frank Smith charged fire in Grand Bahama. And if I have it rightly, there was another shooting last night. Have you been able to confirm that, my spiritual advisor?
I think I did hear that there was a shooting. I think it may have been fatal, from what I understand.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm hearing these things.
Yeah.
And in the midst of it, Marvin Dames, the minister responsible for national security, and the former deputy commissioner of police, he seems as if he can't take the political pressure. Marvin Dames, you better start taking pressure, because the PLP is going to organize and march against this witch hunting. And guess what? If it's God's will, I'm going to help them to organize the march, because this country was given to all of the Bahamian people. For we are the inheritors of the Bahamas after over 450 years of slavery and colonialism. So, Marvin, you better act properly, because the PLP, the party of Pinling and Hana, we are organizing, okay? We are organizing. Today, in the Central District of New Providence appeared before me a 55-year-old Negro mother of 7 children. And she lives on East Street South, almost near to where Marshall Road began. And as she appeared before me, I asked her, what is your name? And she gave it to me. And to make sure that I knew who she was, she identified the fact that she was born in the home of a PLP. And notwithstanding that, she ran into some FNMs who persuaded her that this time was the people's time. And as she talked, she said, listen, they promised me an opportunity at a low-cost house, and all I call my MP, he wouldn't answer. So I said, you voted FNM? She said, yes. I said, then you call your MP, and he answer? She said, yes. I said, who is your MP? And she seems to have difficulty. I said, woman, you're talking to me. You're 55. You got 7 children. You know where you live. Who is your MP? And I had a shock when she revealed to me that it was ex-deacon Jeffrey Lloyd. My God, Jeff, election just over. Why are you ducking a 55-year-old woman with 7 children? And I listened to her, and I said to her, sister, please forgive me. Call your MP. And if he wouldn't answer the phone, you know where the cabinet office is. You know where the Ministry of Education is. It's on Thompson Boulevard. Get up 6:30 and camp there until Deacon Jeff come. I mean, it's amazing. All over the island, the people there, their MPs are in hiding. I never seen nothing like this. And I asked myself, why would Jeff Lloyd hide from a 55-year-old Negro woman who got 7 heads of children? 7! They promised her a low-cost house. My goodness. Jeff, you can answer the phone? You don't believe it's the people's time? But that's what's going on. And it's so sad. Meanwhile, another tall Negro man, he see me talking to the woman. And when he heard Jeff's name, he said, listen, Monica, the red light ain't working. So I said, where you live? He said he lived too, near South Beach. I said, well, do you know Jeff, if you see him? He said, yes. I said, well, call your MP. Call your MP.
Don't break up the people's facts, eh?
Call your MP. That's what I'm telling them. The first rule of the game, look at your MP. If you look at Jeff, you could see Jeff is a man will duck and dodge. He's been ducking and dodging all his life. I know him. Tout le monde haïtien m'a connaît Jeff Lloyd. Parce que les-moi garder li. Ma pensée. Parce que papa li mouri. Il pas checké. Il pas connaît les li mouri. Voisinier. Relais li. Pour dire, est-ce que vous connaissez papa mouri? Il pas connaît ça. Parce que il y a un pile péché. So Jeff is hiding from the people. I run into another Negro man. Tell me how his mama is Haitian. And he can't find Jeff. I said, what you mean you can't find Jeff? I said, if you can't find Jeff, you must he could find what the white man named in charge of immigration. What the Congolese man named in charge of immigration? Yeah.
Oh, Brent Sumner?
Yeah. I said, Jeff could disappear in the dark.
Yeah, but Mr. Monica, let me ask you a question. Don't the Member of Parliament have a constituency office, and they do go to these offices at some point during the week?
Jeff is going to the constituency office?
I'm sure he does. I mean...
Well, let me tell the people then. Do you have any idea when he goes?
Because I know my MP just go to his office on Thursdays. He's there on Thursdays. Pardon me?
Every Thursday, 6
You see what I'm saying?
What time?
Thursday.
Tout moun, yon garçon qui chita dans studio dit tout jeudi, l'aller dans office. OK? Même, est-ce que ou pas joindre li? Aller dans cabinet and aller dans office responsable pour éducation. But you have problem, right? And so, my spiritual advisor, please stop it.
No, but come on,
When
Mr.
I
Monica.
finish, you could look.
We did pray and we did say that we're going to say constructive
You
things.
want me to come up for Jeff?
No, but we're going to say
want me to
things.
cover for Jeff?
Listen to what I'm saying. Mr. Monica, why don't you give me a break, man? We want to say things that's going to help and build this country. You know, by calling people names like that. I mean,
What name did I call him in English? Answer me.
You said no good.
In English?
Pabo means no good.
Yeah, but that's not English.
Okay. You're
Right?
Yeah,
I'm
but,
talking to my people.
yeah, let's
Tout le monde haïtien. Ou pas connaît. Moi dit, pas voter pour Jeff. Kounya, Jeff gain power. Il caché. Il caché. Non, Rajaya. All right? So, call Jeff. When the lady ain't waking, call Jeff or call, what the man name in charge of the Ministry of Work? What is the name of the man?
Oh, that's Desmond Bannister.
Desmond Bannister.
Yeah, Desmond Bannister.
Oh, I just tidy y'all. I don't know why the PLP don't start marching around the F&M until the walls of Babylon falls down. So why is the F&M hiding? No one has objectively looked at it. And I'll tell you why. The F&M, during the campaign, never advocated any plans, no policy. All they told the people is that the PLP thief the VAT money. And I said to them, you mean to tell me the PLP could thief $2 billion? Well, Simon, what's Simon's name? Wilson. The F&M is looking for you. Simon, the F&M is looking for you. And if you knew Haitian Creole, I would have said in Haitian Creole to hide. But if I said hide in English, the police may lock me up. So don't hide in English, but cache na rajaya. Simon, they're looking for you.
You say you're justice of the peace, right?
Yeah.
You realize the responsibility you have, right?
What responsibility?
All right. If the law is looking for somebody and you have knowledge, what are you supposed to do?
I want him to turn himself in. Hold up your hands, Simon. You say you're F&M, eh? Well, they're looking for you, Simon. Take it from me. They are looking for you.
Yeah, that's what I understand as well.
You know that they're looking for Simon?
Mm-hmm.
Simon, I command you, go to CDU. They're looking for you, Simon. But I know you're a good man. And I know you can count. You will help them to find the what money. All right? But they're looking for you. This is a witch hunt. So I want Simon to know it because Simon believed that this was the people's time. Okay? Let me see who all they're looking for. All kind of people. So, the F&M had no ideology. And they made some serious errors. They knew that the PLP left in place some very good programs. Urban renewal, BAMC, notwithstanding the catastrophe that took place there. So what was the F&M supposed to do? Not curse out the programs. But they were supposed to be now assessing them. Right? Lanisha now discovered that urban renewal is good. But notwithstanding that, I got a letter from Grand Bahama where they firing the people. Now, I don't know what's wrong with the people of Grand Bahama. They don't want me to call their name. But it's the people's time. So I'm going to honor you. I ain't going to call your name because ministers may send the police for y'all. So I ain't going to call your name. Let me see if I can read the letter. This letter is written by Melvin Seymour. Melvin is the permanent secretary. So I'm going to withhold the Negro worker name. It goes like this. The Office of the Prime Minister, Grand Bahama, formerly Ministry for Grand Bahama, acknowledges and appreciates the services you have given to the Urban Renewal Program, Grand Bahama, over the past 4+ years, as your contract of employment is to expire on the 30th of June 2017. I regret to advise that it will not be renewed. I further advise that all benefits pursuant to Section 29, Chapter 321A, Employment Act, Statute Law of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas will be provided to you. I take this opportunity to wish you every success to your future endeavors. So, they're firing the people them. But urban renewal. Meanwhile, breaking news taking place now. Is it Nassau, Bahamas? A murder has just been committed. Breaking news we're getting on internet.
It's a double shooting on Boyd Road, opposite St. Joseph Church. A male was shot and confirmed dead. Another was transported to hospital.
Well, you heard it, eh? Opposite my church, St. Joseph. Double shooting. 2 Negro males, 1 dead. But your Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, my Prime Minister, Dr. Minnis, continue to live in a bubble where there's calmness over the Bahamas because he's Prime Minister. Meanwhile, Marvin has a big fat pussy foot. That's all they're doing, pussyfooting, while my people, the Negro people, are being gunned down in the road like dogs. The least Minister Marvin should do is call a rally and tell the Negro people who are committing these murders to stop it. We do it here every weekend, my spiritual advisor.
Every Friday, but of course,
But we do it.
yeah.
And so there are many who did not kill because you spoke to them. I sincerely believe that.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
imagine if Minnis, who lives in a bubble where there's a calmness, would go back on that road and speak to his supporters? Because the majority of the people in the Bahamas voted F&M. Therefore, the majority of the murderers are F&M. That's only natural.
Yeah, and
What are the circumstances surrounding that shooting?
well, we don't know the circumstances.
What all are they saying?
Well, they're just saying that there was a double. Let me just pull this up quickly. There was a double shooting. Police are reporting. Police are on the scene of a double shooting on Boyd Road, opposite St. Joseph Church. And like I said earlier, a male was shot and confirmed dead. Another male was transported to the hospital. I mean, it's indeed sad, man. I mean, when will it stop? It's like this is like the Wild Wild West.
You
in
say
my
when will
opinion,
it stop?
yeah. I mean, when
It will stop when Minnis demonstrate a willingness to hold a referendum, one question. That those who commit murder or accused of murder, no bail. Those who are convicted will be hanged. Then the message will become clear to everyone. And the woman them, once they know that there will be hanging, the woman them will call their sons them and their daughters them, and they will say to them, Mama ain't got no money. I can't afford a lawyer. Behave yourself. Minnis them are now serious. They gonna hang you. Son, don't kill, eh? Promise Mama you ain't gonna kill. That's what happened. But everybody knows that Minnis is not interested in dealing with real crime. He's witch hunting. And he got Marvin. Marvin who has an LLM. An LLM from a bogus law school. He got Marvin defending witch hunting.
But let me ask you a question. Wasn't the Prime Minister supposed to do a national address? I understand it was supposed to happen this week. You know anything about that?
Well, the good thing about it is today is Friday, and tomorrow is Saturday. And Sunday is a new week.
All right, so
I don't know what
maybe
Minister
maybe
Emmett
today
doing.
and tomorrow.
Huh?
Today and tomorrow he may make the address. You think?
I'm not sure what Minister is doing. All I
Okay.
know is he's creating political tribalism. That's all. And the PLP must march. And all the people must join in these rallies and sally. Peaceful. The PLP has demonstrated that it is a peaceful party. It's only the FNM who, over the years, has shown us their capacity for committing crime. That's a fact. Historical. So we are in trouble. Trouble, man. I'm just tired. But I'm happy that Mr. Roberts has called on us, my spiritual advisor. I'm not asking you to be political, but I ask you as a man of God that when the PLP is marching, you would come to make sure that all the citizens are acting lawfully.
They
What's-
normally do. We normally have lawful marches.
Will you come
Yeah,
with
most
me?
of the marches are very peaceful.
Will you come with
For the
me?
most part, I'll go with you. No problem with that.
Say it
I
nice.
will come with you to the march, Mr. Monka.
Seriously?
I always do. I always support
You're
you.
not
yeah.
afraid that
No.
You sure?
No. Listen.
you're not afraid?
Listen.
Listen to me.
I'm not afraid.
Because
God
if
is
you
not.
think you can lose the
Listen.
contract,
God is never.
I'll call on all the people them. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll,
Mm-hmm.
is an honest man, and he's one of the greatest landscaper in the country. I want you all to call him and give him plenty contracts.
But God has not given me the spirit of fear, Mr. Monica. I'm in this like you are to help build the country. I don't see colors and politics.
You don't.
I see a country, the Bahamas,
This is powerful.
where all Bahamians live, and we all have to inhabit this little piece of the rock
And you're not
that
afraid
God has
of
blessed us with. No.
victimization?
And listen, I'll say this much. As far as Christianity in the Bible is concerned, our Prime Minister has promised that he will not victimize anyone. In the spirit of love and what is called Christian unity, I hope he paid attention to what he said. Because I believe you're saying that both you and the Prime Minister go to Roman Catholic Church.
I haven't seen him in church in a long time.
Yeah, but you know, if there's no victimization, then let's be
Well, what
honest
do you
and
think
truthful.
going on with this witch hunting?
Well, Mr. Monka, you
Huh?
know,
They took Frank to court, and they wasn't ready. They took Frank to
Okay.
court, and the docket ain't got the name of the witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
They promised Frank that he will confront Barbara Hanna
Mhm.
and Bush Crack, and nobody could find Barbara Hanna. That ain't right, man. Ministers should not be running the police force like this. All right?
yeah, and I understand the magistrate was concerned over one or two issues, which kind of makes you wonder, you know, because if the magistrate gets to the point where she's wondering about the treatment of the individual while in custody, it says something, you know, it does.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It says that the forces of evil need to be turned back. And the PLP, you are the party that put people first. And the FNM is the party who say they gone. But ain't got no plan. No plan. No program. No ideology. All they did is bull skate themselves straight to power. It's amazing. But the PLP could be responsible for that. You have to learn a lesson. Next time, report to the people. Let the people know what is taking place. Don't wait for election. Because in the midst of the FNM has arisen liars who've lied their way straight to power. And they have no plan. And day by day, the Bahamian people are recognizing it. And I call on everybody, join the PLP in the march. If you're mad over the fact that the FNM ain't give you no job, march. If you're tired of all the murders, march. Just find reason to march against them. Because they're wicked. All right? Because the PLP is correct. Bradley Roberts say it is an abuse of state power, and the opposition has a duty to protect and defend the democracy. Because these ain't no Democrats. These are a bunch of scallywags. and I'm going to curse them out. Oh, at 60, I thought
This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here on ILTV in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm joined in studio by my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley, let us show the nation unity. Give me a bomb.
Absolutely.
Listen, there are Bahamians who have been calling me, and they seem to have it confused. I had a person who called when we were on the adjournment, and she has heard that the fire is at PMH. I tried to assure her that to the best of my knowledge, it's not at PMH, but in Grand Bahama, the Rand Memorial Hospital. So I want Bahamians to relax, and if you have doubt, just call the police. Call 919 and say, listen, we hear it is the Princess Margaret Hospital. We are upset. Is there really a fire? But to the best of our knowledge, there is no fire at the Princess Margaret Hospital. It is on the island of Grand Bahama. Sidney Colley is the chairman of the governing Free National Movement. And from all indication, he has a plane ticket to Washington. Before I read an article in which Sidney Colley attempts to attack and undermine the genuine fear and concern of the former PLP Deputy Speaker of the Honorable House of Assembly, Dion Smith, I'm going to speak to Sidney's wife in Haitian Creole. Before I read, Mavis Letousma, pardon-moi, m'a fâché ak Sidney. Sidney pas bon. Il pas connaît Gestapoism. Il pas connaît Nazism. Il pas connaît gangsterism. Les FNM gain election 10 mai. Police la ale na BAIC pour mettre staff na Calais Bush. Le yo fini ak sa. Police la rele Monsieur Dion Smith pour aller na police station. Il parlait ak Dion Smith. Il dit Dion ak staff la vole TV ak an pile bagay. Monsieur Dion Smith, pas vole bagay. Pas vole bagay. Vous comprenez? Là, il finit. Dion Smith caché. Même semaine passée, yon police là responsable pour corruption. Il dit journal à Monsieur Dion Smith, pas voler bagay. Lundi, mardi, mercredi passé, Dion parlait dans le journal. Dion dit, il y a un pile problème pour habiter la terre. Aujourd'hui, gardien dit, Sidney Colley parlait en pile. En pile. Moi pas dire ça, parce que tout anglais comprend ça. Parler avec Sidney, dit Sidney, what dit mon cœur dit? S'il n'est pas fermé bouche là, m'a parlé en pile man. And laisse-moi parler mal. Et zigné, loi et zigné dit, la créité investigation. Si moi parle mal, Sidney pas aller dans la capitale et zigné. Having spoken to Sidney's wife in a secret tongue, please explain that to Sidney. Now, Sidney Colley is an educated man. He's a noted attorney. Why is he talking this nonsense in The Guardian? And I want you to see what the FNM is doing. Collie, Dion Smith pretending to be a victim. How you could say he's pretending to be a victim when the FNM ordered the police, who pretended as if they were Nazis, to storm BAIC with ski masks on and high-power weapon, arrest 8 staff, haul them off. When you raid government office and arrest a bunch of the women there with ski masks on, who they thought working there? Terrorists? And so, it was intimidating. The leader of Her Majesty's opposition condemned it and referred it to Gestapoism. The former Prime Minister, Sydney, Hubert Ingram, he condemned the optics. But you, who is greedy to go to Washington, you prepare to talk nonsense. I want you to do better than that, hey? I want you to do better than that. I'm only holding back because my brother and sister, they are mad when I curse you out after you did that favor for us. But Sydney, stop it. The FNM was wrong. They should not have done Dion Smith like that. And I'm annoyed with your story. And I'm not going to curse you in English. I'm going to let your wife translate it. All right? So, Mavis, les Sydney arrive la caille nous, ce soir, dit Sydney, he is stupid. Bon. So, another disturbing story. Witch hunt rhetoric absurd. Marvin, man, I'm disappointed in you. The Tribune got you here saying that you are prepared to even arrest your ma. I had a spin on that, but I decided that after your pa row again this morning, I wouldn't say it. I want you to tell your daddy to leave me. Every morning I see him, he keeps telling me the same thing. I don't love you. Goodness me, what you tell your pa? Every morning, you don't love Marvin. I said, yes, I love Marvin. You don't love Candia. I said, Candia? Man, I love Candia. Jesus, I'm in trouble. What I can do, my spiritual advisor?
I don't know, Mr. Monica.
What do you want? What do you want me to do?
Obviously, Wilmore Dames is upset about something you're doing, you know.
Well, I told him that Marvin was pussyfooting.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, I'm in trouble. I can have no peace from his daddy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hide tomorrow. And folks, talking about hiding, I'm hiding this weekend because Menace is still trying to get me. All right? He's still trying to get me, so I'm hiding. Now, there is an important story in the Tribune. Last Friday, I told you how the FNM was moving to close down some churches. I told you that. And I warned the churches what the consequences were. Because foreign people told the FNM that God Church could be used to fight terrorism. And these Negroes who are in charge ought to know the men of God. Not only have they moved against it, there is a story which every church pastor ought to read. It's in the Tribune, the business section. And the headline on that story say, Non-Profit Slam Registrar General's Bizarre Demand. In this non-profit organization, one of the organization has taken out an action. You will know that there is a group called Save the Bay. They want to save everything except black people. Well, Attorney Fred Smith out of Grand Bahama has taken out an action in the Supreme Court to challenge the government from demanding what the FNM call accountability statements. And that is interesting. And I would hope that the PLP would support the government as it relates to Save the Bay. Because Save the Bay got millions of dollars. All they got is money. Take it from me. That's in my head. And that is what I believe. And Fred Smith, by this action, does not want to be transparent. But the F&M, who is believed to be a recipient of Save the Bay, now wants transparency because they know that if Save the Bay could find money to overthrow Christie and the PLP, it's only a matter of time before Save the Bay drop the boom sucky on Menace. It's an important article. But also in this article are quotes from attorney Paul Moss. And Paul Moss always had sense, plenty sense. Paul Moss wants to know how come the Registrar General isn't demanding that the F&M becomes transparent. Because the F&M have received millions of dollars, which many people believe may have come from terrorists. Isn't that interesting? So you need to read this story. It's a long story. It's a good story. It's written by Neil Hartnell. He's a white Englishman from England, and he's always had plenty sense. I know him. You'll need to read this so you all could see what is going on. And to the church, and to the saints of the church, go get this paper. Okay? And Paul Moss, I thank you for your common sense approach. Make the F&M do financial statement. So I thought I'd let you all know and to show the church. I told you on Friday what the F&M was doing. And if you all don't cooperate, they can close down God's church. Okay? Because somebody tell them that some of y'all could be using God's holy house for terrorism. I wonder who told minister them that. Every foolishness foreign white people tell them, they believe. You know? I know I was talking with one foreign white man on the taxi line, and I said to him, now listen here, I don't know about in America, but here in the Bahamas, these Negroes, we're no terrorists. Don't call us no terrorists. We're no terrorists. All right? Now, other people might be terrorists. But that is what is going on, and you need to get the Tribune and read it 3 times because it's a powerful story. My spiritual advisor, are you aware that your church, the only 2 churches I know.
I need to take a look at that.
You need to take a look at it. The only 2 churches I know
I need to read it.
who the F&M ain't got on the hit list is my church, the Catholic Church, and the Adventist Church. It appears from the intelligence I've received that the Catholics and the Adventists have complied with the law.
Okay.
All right? So that's powerful. And I just want them to know that. All right? Now,
absolutely.
we have some text.
Before we do that, though, we need to do something for one of your listeners, I understand.
Yes, that's right.
Mervyn Evans.
Mervyn Evans.
I understand his father passed away this morning.
Really?
So Mervyn Evans, on behalf of Freedom March,
Wow.
we'd like to extend our deepest and heartfelt condolences to you and your family
Mervyn.
on the passing of your dad. May the peace of God, which
Right.
passes all human understanding, guide and be with your family during your time of bereavement. We are truly, truly saddened by the passing of your father.
Wow.
May he rest in peace, Mervyn. And you know where to find us.
Yeah, Mervyn is a great man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mervyn is a great man. Mervyn, we are so sorry that your father has passed away. Have our sympathies. Darrell Miller, his birthday is today. I think Darrell was born July 21st, 1955. So that would make Darrell what, 62. And then, of course, we have a good taxi friend, Gus Fountain. Gus' birthday is today, and I'm not going to tell you all what Gus born 1960. So Gus' birthday is also today. And I had some. Did I give out any shout out to the woman there?
Not as yet. You're about to do that, I understand.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's take that caller while I find the people that I have to give a shout out. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello. Good. Lakeisha Heboyne. Listen. You know how flattered I was when I met your fiance, what's his name? Bernard Harris. And he said, Mr. Moncur, I want you to know that my fiance is one of the woman them. So I looked at him and I said, and who are you? He said he was one of the man them. Well, listen, I'm going to be testing you all, you know, because this is a serious revolution. The woman them, the man them, the children them, the people them. We are the defender of freedom and democracy. So I salute you. And then, of course, I met Florence Clark Johnson. She's from Exuma. And I had a shock when she told me that her and her ma, that they are one of the woman them. So, let's take that call. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's on your mind, sister?
Hi, Mr. Moncur. How are you doing today?
I'm angry.
Why are you angry?
I am angry because I ran into a 55-year-old man. I was having breakfast. He walked into the breakfast and he said, if he could talk with me. I said, yeah, you can talk with me. And he said, listen, I'm unemployed. So I said, well, who's your MP? Can you guess? If you can tell me who's his MP, I'll give you $9 worth of BTC phone card. Guess who was his MP?
Ooh.
Guess. Are you there?
Did
Yes,
she hear?
I'm here.
Did you hear my question?
Right, right.
Yes.
Who's his MP? I'll give you a clue. His constituency is in the Western District.
I don't have a slightest idea.
Okay then, good. All right, and I said, who's your MP? He said, Marvin James. I said, this Marvin on the front page? He said, yeah. I said, well, call him. Call your MP. And if you can't get him, call the Nassau Guardian and ask for his sister, Candia. Between him and Candia, they must he could employ you. Call your MP. Now, what's on your mind?
Okay. I'm a strong PLP.
Okay.
I'm so glad the FNM won because Bahamian people is very ungrateful. You understand me?
Go ahead, speak.
They is going to get goosey straight through. I'll just sit back and just put my foot cross and see what the FNM is going to do. But I'm a strong PLP.
Well, this is good.
I'll
Listen.
be a PLP until I die.
Well,
and I'm one of your women.
Listen, Bradley Roberts, the chairman of the party, has called on PLPs to rise up. Sister, will you join this great march to defend the Bahamas?
Yes, I will.
PLP!
All the way.
PLP!
All the way.
Wow, this is powerful.
Okay.
Yvonne,
All the way.
all the way, sister. Yvonne Williams, you are 79.
Thank you.
Okay, my dear, goodbye. Yvonne Williams, you are 79, and your birthday was last Friday. I was supposed to wish you a happy birthday, but you know, they have me so worked and so stressed, all kind of problems. So happy birthday, Yvonne Williams, and I salute Norma Williams, Peggy Wright, and Iona Carey. I was shocked that these senior citizens are one of the woman them. Well, Miss Williams, you're 79. I expect you to march with me. Okay? And what we will do, I'm going to tell Mr. Roberts, let's do a slow march. But I want all the senior citizens, all of them, to join this great march. So happy birthday and salutation to these senior women. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moncur.
Good afternoon, my love.
And good afternoon to your spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, spiritual advisor. That was an excellent prayer that you prayed for our nation. And Mr. Munker,
Thank
yes.
calm down. Listen to the spiritual advisor. Everything is going to be all right. And I'm one of the women there.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm Jano's Bo, mother-in-law, so I'm one of the women there.
You're Gino's Bo mother-in-law?
Yes.
That's my nephew.
Yes.
Wow, you're a good woman. Listen,
Thank you.
I want you to take good care of him, eh?
I always take good care of him.
Okay, and if anything go contrary, you let me know.
Yes, sir.
I thank you, eh?
Yes. Have a good weekend.
Okay, my dear.
All right.
Hello, welcome to Freedom Match. Hello, my dear. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Mr. Monica,
Yes, my love.
how you doing?
Listen, I'm angry, but
No,
I'm
sir.
okay. You don't want me to be angry? Speak to me.
Turn your TV down.
Speak to me, sister. Hello? She's not hearing me. Hello?
Hello,
Speak to me. Speak to me.
Mr. Monica,
Yes.
how you doing?
I'm angry but happy that Bradley Roberts, the chairman of the PLP, has called on us to march. You're not talking to me. Talk to me, sister.
She's
I'm
listening.
ready.
You ready to march?
I'm ready.
To do what?
I'm ready
To do what?
to march.
But let me test you.
March.
Let me test you. PLP!
All the way.
PLP!
All the way.
You're ready to march. That's
All
powerful.
the way.
All right, sister. Thank you
All
very
the
much.
way.
Next caller. Next caller. It's amazing how the government doesn't want a show that supports the opposition. Everybody hate the PLP. The Nassau Guardian hate them. The Tribune hate them. They're giving the PLP bad publicity. Somebody got to love the PLP and be fair to them. I'm going to be fair to the PLP.
Well, there always has to be a party in opposition. I don't know if it's fair to say you can hate the opposition. They'll always be there.
But you don't see ministers
And
locking them up
they
left,
will
right, and center?
they will always fight to regain the government. I mean, that's the way politics is. You have to accept that, eh?
Well, Science Menace is locking up PLPs. I'm going to prepare my list. Because there are one or two FNMs that I think we need to send.
See, and that is the danger in all of this, Mr. Monka. All right?
Why should a
I'm trying
PLP
to figure out the president that is being
get locked
that's
up
being set.
wrongly and we don't identify an FNM? There's 3 FNM that I would like to spend like 6 hours on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Speak to me. Speak
Hello,
to me.
Mr. Monica.
Yes, my dear.
Hello.
Hello?
How you doing?
I'm angry.
Mr. Monica,
Yes. Yes, speak to me.
what? Don't be angry.
You don't think I should be angry?
Don't be angry.
Okay. What should I do?
No, sir.
What you want me to
No,
do?
sir. Pray.
Okay. I'm going to pray.
Pray.
I shall pray.
And listen, Mr. Monica.
I'm listening.
Mr. Monica,
I'm listening. Talk.
PLP gonna win again.
Okay.
We gonna win again, and we going for the march.
Now
And we going for the march.
you're going to march? You will march.
PLP,
All the way.
we gonna march.
You're going to march. This is powerful. Well,
PLP,
all the way. This is powerful. Do well, love. Take it care. It's powerful. Anybody else on the phone? Let's take that call. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March. Are you there? Hello, are you there?
hello,
Yes, ma'am. What's on your mind, my love?
hello.
Hello. What's on your mind? Put your TV on mute. Now, what's on your mind there? Hello? Are you there? Hello?
Probably she can't hear you.
Listen. Okay. Well, my spiritual advisor.
Rallying early, eh?
Yeah. The FNM never stopped the campaign. They're not governing. They're not creating jobs. They're not stopping murders. They're firing PLP left and right. Bradley Roberts, you are on the right track. And if it's God's will, I'm coming to march with the PLP. And I call on all the people there to join the peaceful march of the PLP. PLP all the way. PLP all the way. PLP all.
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here in Nassau, Bahamas. Dr. Dwayne Sands, the new Minister of Health here in the Bahamas, and the MP for what constituency, my spiritual?
Is that Elizabeth?
Yes.
Okay.
Today, in the city of Nassau, appeared before me, Dr. Sands, a Negro woman who claimed that she fell down at the Princess Margaret Hospital and hit her head. And the hospital has hidden her files. And for the last couple of weeks, they had her from pillar to post. She said as a result of their hiding her file, she can't get the necessary medical treatment. So I told her, have no fear, Dr. Sands is my doctor. So I have texted you, Dr. Sands. Please respond to the Negro lady's complaint. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Monker.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm one of the women there.
Praise the Lord. You
When
ready?
are you ready to march?
Well, I am going to march in conjunction with the PLP. So I'm going to...
I am a PLP.
Well, this is powerful. I want you to report to PLP headquarters. And I want you to find your PLP shirt and a nice Bahamian size flag like this.
Ben.
I can't say it yet because I haven't spoken with Bradley Roberts. I want to coordinate things, you see?
Well, I'm a stalwart consular, and I want to march.
But listen to me. Get ready, okay?
Huh?
I say get ready.
Yeah, I've been ready.
This is powerful. So stay tuned. I will let you know, okay?
All right, sir.
Next caller. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, and you, Mr. Monker?
I am fine. What is on your mind?
All the Conky Joes from Abaco coming to march, too.
Listen, y'all are my people. Are you really, you's a real Conky Joe?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Stalwart Castle.
Ah, listen, I want you to bring a boatload of Conky Joe people. I from Green Title Key, you know.
Yeah, my mother, too.
Okay, then. Well, we might be family.
All right, just
So-
let us know when and we'll be there.
Well, let me test you if you's a PLP. Now, first of all, you's a Conky Joe, right?
Right.
PLP!
All the way.
PLP!
All the way.
This is powerful. Bradley, one united country. What is powerful? This is powerful. I thank you, eh?
All right, brother.
Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Are you there?
Hello.
Sir, what's on your
Am I
mind?
live?
You are alive.
Okay. I'm calling to find out, sir, are you a PLP or FNM?
I'm an FNM who is supporting the PLP. I like Papa.
I see.
Papa's an
And-
FNM.
Okay, and if it's alleged that someone got locked up or charged for, fooling around with people's money they're supposed to fool around with,
Right.
what's the big deal? What are y'all marching for?
Now, hold on a second. Let's take it in stages. Those who commit crime must be brought to justice.
Yes.
There's a process on how
Uh-huh.
it ought to be done.
Yes?
Let's look at Frank without going into the allegation.
Right.
He is
And
accused.
without calling any names,
I just call his name, Frank. Frank has been accused, and he's been
Right.
charged. But
So what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
This is the big deal. Dr. Menace has not given us an account of the $10 million when he was in charge. When he sit on the bench, this is Freedom March. I say justice. You have a good day, my brother. Next
No,
call.
no, I'm not through yet. You cutting me off?
Yeah. No, only in the interest of time. Because I only have 21 more minutes and I got a bunch of people on the phone. Call me Monday. Hello? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Are you going to answer me? Next caller. Hello? Hello? Next caller. Okay. My spiritual advisor.
Wow.
I had a
They're having
man.
problems hearing you, eh?
Well, that's because in some instance they're listening to the television.
Okay.
Folks, if you're calling, you should put your phone, cut your TV volume down, and just listen to me. I am excited that in Abaco, I have another caller. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
My brother, how are you and your spiritual advisor?
How you doing?
We're fine. What is on your mind, comrade?
Good to see you all and good to hear you all. You are doing good.
This is
But
great.
Mr. Monka, you're blaming everything on the F&M.
What did I
and that
blame on the
just
F&M?
came in.
What did I blame on the F&M?
Man, listen, plenty things.
Name one.
Just a couple of days, I can make this quick. Just a couple of days, you was talking highly about Mr. Brave Davis.
Okay.
And this man really, he brought everything in his power to bring down Bamsi. But we have to look at it. The building the building was in flames. And you trying to tell me no insurance? Then we gonna have to look for a couple millions of dollars to get that place back on the go? Come on, my brother. You have things in the PLP would need to pull down. That's why the PLP lost. And you have all the people backing you up who is from the PLP. It's about the young people. Don't forget that. And the young people voted and they spoke this election. Thank you.
Okay.
Spiritual advisor, you all have a great weekend.
Next
You do the
caller,
same. You do
I'm
the
giving
same.
the youthful Negro a good run. Next caller. Nobody else? I thought it was powerful that Abaco has called to declare their support. And listen, Abaco, I want a boatload of Conky Joe. Because Ebony and Ivory must stand together in unity. And we can't allow the F&M to play politics with the legal system.
Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah.
Live together in perfect harmony.
Live together in perfect harmony.
I agree with that, Mr. Monka.
So, my spiritual advisor, this is the weekend. We have already started off with 2 murders.
Right.
Or should I say 1?
Well, yes, one. I just want to read something quickly.
Go ahead.
For the government, as relates to governing and authority, and also for citizens as well. This passage here is taken from Romans chapter 13. Let's see. Let me start reading at verse number 1. I should be finished at verse number 6 or 7. All right, here's what it says. It says, "Let every one be subject to the governing authorities, for there's no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. Consequently, whoever rebels against the authority is rebelling against what God has instituted, and those who do so will bring judgment on themselves. For rulers hold no terror for those who do right, but for those who do wrong. Do you want to be free from fear of the one in authority? Then do what is right, and you will be commended. For the one in authority is God's servant for your good. But if you do wrong, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain. They are God's servants, agents of wrath to bring punishment on the wrongdoer. Therefore, it is necessary to submit to the authorities, not only because of possible punishment, but also as a matter of conscience. So, I mean, that's a very loaded passage.
So let us examine that scripture
very
so
loaded.
that it will not be misrepresented. Go to the first thing, the first voice you said, government, what, is
The
established?
first, yeah, it says that the authorities that exist have been established by God.
Stop. By that, it means our system of government. And in this context, it is the Westminster system of government, which has a government and an opposition based on the construction of the Constitution.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, when Dr. Minnis, under his own government, established by God, when he was called upon in 2007 to divest from the contract, was he not going contrary to the government?
This is what the Bible is saying.
Answer my question.
Yes.
Yes, what? Say it to me
He's
in the
doing
sentence.
contrary. He's going
Say it in
contrary.
the sentence.
What was the question?
When Dr. Minnis in 2007 didn't listen to his prime minister, Hubert Ingram, to divest, was he going contrary to the teaching of the Bible?
Yes, he was. It says, consequently, whoever rebels against the authority is rebelling against what God has instituted.
And in 2008, when he did not disclose nor divest the contract, was he going against God?
Yes, and it says, those who do will bring judgment on themselves.
When will judgment be inflicted upon him?
Well, the government was supposed to have done that.
Huh?
The government's supposed to do
Now
that.
he got the gun. And when a government go contrary to the law, that isn't what the Bible is talking about. The Bible is talking about a government that has been justly elected and is doing the proper thing.
Absolutely.
In this
I
context,
agree with you, 100%.
this is not applicable to what the FNM is doing. All right? Bradley Roberts is correct. Let us resist this evil FNM empire.
But it does encourage the citizens to do what is right, though.
Of course.
For fear of the authority.
Of course. But this authority, they're going contrary to the law and they're going contrary to Christian principle.
Where's the text line?
So rise up against the evil of the FNM. Algernon Allen, there's an article where Algernon Allen complained. He's never seen the kind of hatred that is being spewed by the FNM. But Algernon knows the history of the FNM. He has to know it. In 1972, he was a youthful activist in the party. So he knows the devil has been in the FNM from 1972. But we will stand up against them in a peaceful, lawful, and democratic way. They will be marching to defend the democracy. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, speak up.
Hello?
Yes, sir, speak up.
Hey, Mr. Monco?
Sir.
You know what I see?
What do you see?
The F&M,
Yes?
they're just using psychology on the people.
They're using psychology on the people. Explain.
Going into all of these offices and, just trying to go into all the offices and trying to just find what they can find. Wherein they're ruling the country, they can do that on any time. I don't see the total urgency to go in there with the guns and all that. They only trying to distract people, trying to hurt, make angry, to get the people angry against the PLP, so that they know the things that they're promised, they can't fulfill it, and that's why they're doing what they're doing.
That is true.
You see, psychology is the thing that they're trying to do. The people are not stupid. They understand. You understand? You know what I mean? You have a whole turn in the office. So you can go in at any time. Nobody can stop you going into these offices and dealing with the files.
You are
acting
correct.
like it's an agency that got to run it.
But you know
and
why?
Then you can, if the people are wrong, you can prosecute them.
Yes, and
right?
do you know why it will backfire on the FNM? Because hungry man, after you're hungry, you ain't got no job. You can't mind the woman. You can't mind the children. After a while, When them worms start eating your belly, you now recognize that ministers are playing game. They ever safe weekend, eh? You're a good man. You're no Conky Joe, eh?
Try to fool the people, but yes.
You're
Thank you.
Conky Joe. You're a good man. I just love how the Conky Joes are analyzing it correctly. All right? Ministers think by throwing the PLP in a cage that will create employment. That ain't gonna create no job. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Speak to me.
Hi, that caller was so right.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you talk.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. You ready to march?
That last caller was so right with what he said.
That is true.
Of course.
Yeah, speak. He was right.
We need to march here in Freeport. This is a call from Freeport.
Listen, we have the march in Freeport.
Dr. Minister, those need to get busy with the business of the people because the people put them in and stop fooling with these people, locking up these people.
He ain't got no
People did not
plan.
put them there for that.
Minister,
Get busy and do the work of the people.
He ain't got no plan. He ain't got no ideology. They ain't got no plan. Here,
I know you don't have any plan.
he ain't got no plan. That's what the problem is. So, they are feeding PLPs to lions. That is what they're doing. This is like a great gladiator. Find one PLP and let's march him. That's all they're doing. But it's going to backfire because the PLP is going to the streets and I going with them. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
Yes, my love.
Yes?
What's on your
Mr.
mind?
Monka?
Yes?
Mr. Monka?
Yes, speak to me.
How you doing?
Listen, I'm angry. Talk to me.
Yes, okay. I feel when the PLP comes back, we're going to come back strong.
Yes.
But what the SNM is doing is they trying to break down the young men in the PLP.
Yes.
The only sad thing about it is when you Google their name, they will say whether they've been charged before the courts.
That's it.
I pull up Barbara Hanna name just now.
Yes.
And the minute her name showed up, they show where Mr. Smith has been charged. Now, I'm only hoping for these young men, like the three gentlemen who they brought before the courts, I need them to stay strong that they can still be able to run again. That's all I need.
Well,
now, like I said, we'll be okay. And one, I am happy that Mr. Roberts is willing to march.
Oh, yeah.
And it's high time they sit around the round table and make a good decision on what the PLP is going to do. We have sufficient good attorneys in the PLP, and I need them to bring up all the old stories. And
I
we
agree
will
with you.
bring that to the table, and we will bring that to the newspaper.
Yes. Well, my dear, you take it care and start organizing the people then, because we got a march, okay? Listen. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Shut time to keep you down.
Speak to me. Speak to me.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Monco.
Sir.
I want to encourage you to keep the fight.
Thank you.
Hello.
I can hear you. Thank
Okay,
you.
I would like for you to keep the fight.
I shall.
You and your spiritual advisor.
Yes.
But there are a couple of things.
Go ahead, my brother.
Bob Marley said it well. He said, how long would we stand and look while they crucify our prophets?
My Lord.
Okay?
Yes.
How long are we going to stand up back and watch this happen?
It's time
but
to march.
Here's something else. What I like to say is this.
Yes.
Mr. Minister set the wrong tune in the country.
Papa
and
told
you
him
can
to
tell,
do
look
this.
at the Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
People are coming out not because they don't like the games. They're coming out because they don't have that spirit.
Right.
The leader spirit is dead.
Yes.
He needs to learn to lead.
Yes.
He said, and I heard Mr. Turnquest said this. Mr. Turnquest said that the S&P and the Moody's say they were wrong because they're sending the right message.
Uh-huh.
They're speaking the truth. No. You have to set the right tune. As leader, you must set the tune.
Yes.
If you don't set the tune, nothing is going to happen in this country. Nothing is going to happen. Look at the games. People are not coming out because they don't have that feeling.
We don't feel like
and
one
that's going to
Bahamas.
continue and go on. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Now that is an intellectual. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Speak to me. Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
What's on your mind, sister?
Mr. Munker.
Yes.
Yes, I just turned my TV down.
Turn your TV
Mr.
down.
Munker, I'm a regular listener.
I thank you.
Yes, and my main problem with your topics last week and this week is
Yes.
I don't see Mr. Minnis. I don't see the other 34 members
Yes.
holding on to those persons who were charged.
Wow.
We are supposed to be promoting honesty,
Yes.
justice in this country.
Yes.
If somebody does wrong,
Yes.
let them go to the court and let them be proven innocent or guilty.
You are correct.
Stop pushing for dishonor and injustice.
I agree with you.
You have a good show, but you're turning people off. Find another topic, please, so that we can really, really enjoy your show. Don't be one-sided. That's all I have to say.
Don't go yet. She's gone. I wonder what she meant. It's unfortunate that she's left because the facts of the matter is that Menace has the gun. When Damien Gomez, my dear, told the PLP, let us pursue Menace, the PLP backpedaled. And so here is a case where Menace, who was prosecuting these people, have not complied with the law. Watch how no one has addressed that. And so it's double standard. Welcome to Freedom March.
Yes, good day, Mr. Munker.
Yeah, good day.
Yes, I just want to call. Just don't mind these lady. Don't mind the lady who just called. I want you to continue to do a wonderful job as you're doing, sir.
I thank you very much.
All right, sir. Y'all have a nice day.
Okay.
You too.
If you have one, I'll take it, and then afterward, no more calls because the spiritual advisor must talk to my people, the Negro people. Hello.
Freedom March.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Mr. Moncor.
Sir.
Look here. You say you're a justice of the peace?
I am.
So why are you taking sides with criminals?
I'm not taking sides with criminals.
Yes, you are.
Who are the criminals?
Everything,
Hold on a second.
everything what these people doing to bring these people to justice, you taking sides with them like they didn't do anything.
I have no
corruption.
Listen to me for a second.
So you just as bad as them.
Goodness me.
You taking sides with the PLP like they didn't do anything, so you just as bad as them.
Now you're going to listen to my response? The law say that a man is presumed to be innocent until two things happen. One, he admits his guilt, or he is convicted. The way the FNM has pursued this prosecution, it tantamount to gangsterism. Anyone who's convicted of a crime should pay. But my God, don't politicize it. And where is the evidence? That is what is dangerous. That is what Menace is doing. This is what Marvin Dames is doing. They're poisoning the jury pool. And I submit, with that kind of talk, how are they going to get justice? Because justice has fled to brutish peace. And that's what's going on. And that is why the PLP is correct to take to the street and to rise up. Because the FNM, by its pursuit, they're poisoning the jury pool. And justice has fled to brutish peace. So, I'm going to join the PLP in its march if it's God's willing. Peaceful march. My spiritual advisor, this is the weekend.
Yeah, the weekend is here again.
Speak to my people. They have already
And of
killed
course,
2 for the day.
yeah, of course, Mr. Moncur, we're hoping to have a safe weekend. But let me just do this quickly. If you're going to have a good weekend, 2 things I think we must take note of. In the book of Matthew chapter 12, verse number 29, Jesus says, the most important thing in the law is this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and all your mind, with all your strength. That is, the second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no command greater than these. So, of course, Mr. Monica, as we approach the weekend, the love of God and the love for your neighbor as yourself, I hope would take us through the weekend in a safe manner. I mean, you know, there's just so much killing in the country, Mr. Monica. I'm just hoping if we could just have a little bit more love for one another. Hope that we will treat our neighbors like we would treat ourselves, and maybe this crime thing and the murder issue can, somewhat subside. So we're hoping that people would find the love in their heart to, you know what I mean, see if they can show someone some love over the weekend. That is my prayer. I'm hoping for a safe and wonderful weekend.
Look, folks, be safe. Control your anger. Don't get yourself in trouble. And I'm going into hiding this weekend because Menace is still pursuing me. You may not believe it. I'm a step ahead of the game. I know exactly what he's doing. There are some things I'm too embarrassed to say. Right? But you pray for me that I could continue to escape from them. Menace knows I am not corrupt. He knows it. But I am happy that the PLP has announced that they're marching. And so I shall march with them. I'm marching, marching, marching. Forward, march. PLP all the way. Forward march, forward march, forward march.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.